Hey, welcome back to another episode of What? Straight People, the podcast for who? Straight people. By who? Queer people. Because what? Straight people don't have enough. You don't have enough. I'd like to say hi to our 7 listeners in the Philippines. Y'all are killing it out there. I can see that people are listening in the Philippines, and I'm like, if you're queer in the Philippines, good for you. I love it. I love it. We are welcome this week with our guest, a hilarious comedian, because that's all I do is interview comedians, out of Atlanta. She's been killing it. She hosts some great shows. She's super funny. She is an advocate of pumpkin spice. Please welcome to the stage, the stage. I just welcome you to the stage. Please welcome to the microphone, the wonderful Amber Chandler, everybody. Let's hear for Amber. Hey!
Hey, what an introduction. Pumpkin spice Amber, I like it.
Right? You're the ambassador. Yeah. You're the avatar of pumpkin spice. How I see it. I'm the recent convert to pumpkin spice. As a gay person, I thought that was just for straight people. I didn't realize that everybody can love pumpkin spice.
I am so proud of you. You have no idea how proud of you I am.
Let me just this is not a video podcast, but let me just take a sip of my pumpkin spice iced latte from Dunkin' Donuts.
Mine's homemade this morning, but
nice. Well, technically that's a refill, so that is homemade.
Yeah.
I have an espresso machine, so I buy one every couple days, and then I just refill the cup over and over again.
That's how you do it.
So, Amber, thank you for joining us. You're up in the mountains in Georgia right now?
Yeah, I'm in the mountains in Tennessee right now.
In Tennessee? Well, good luck with that.
Yep.
We just turned blue here in Georgia.
I know.
The election, that's what is it, Friday, what's the date today? The 6th. And I very foolishly had tweeted last night that if Georgia turned blue, I would dedicate my life to diet and fitness. And boy, oh boy, have I been getting a lot of texts about that.
I backed you up, though. I said we could do it together. So,
okay. All right. So starting Monday, after
we got to get that sugar-free pumpkin spice.
Yeah.
now.
Well, I got a freezer full of food. So starting Monday. We're already off topic, which is very classic for straight people, but let's go ahead and circle back around. This is a podcast about straight people for straight people. Amber, how do you identify? I don't know if I've ever asked you if you're a straight or not.
I am as straight as a line. I'm about as straight as they come. I really am. I'm about as straight as they come.
Okay. Straight as the crow flies, as my grandmother used to say. She never said that. Okay. So as a straight person, you're not born, when I was born, I thought I was an evil genius, but it just turned out I like to suck dick. Do you know what I'm saying? There was something different about me, and I didn't know what it was, and I thought I was smarter than everybody, and it turns out not even close. So as a straight child, when you're born, you don't know you're straight until you find out what gay is. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So technically, you're just whole and complete and regular. So what was the first... So what was the first gay thing that you knew? So you either know a gay person, or you heard about gay through a TV show, or even just the slur of gayness as the way that children like to make fun of each other by calling each other gay. What's your first access to being aware that there's this other flavor out there? So your original recipe in Gay People Are Extra Crispy, when did you ever discover what extra crispy was?
I actually there's a long line of gays in my family.
Oh,
and
nice.
My uncle, who is no longer with us, he used to he was a man at daytime and a woman at night. So he'd get really drunk, and because it's a very different time. So he was not comfortable. I think the antiquated term for that is a wear crossdresser, that only at night that it would. Yes, yeah. And so that was when, and I was pretty young when he started that, and it wasn't really odd until I got older and understood, and maybe odd's not the right word, but for a child it was, but that was probably my first experience because I was pretty young when that started. So I knew.
So did he have a wife and children, or was he?
He did. He had he had a female partner, and I'm sure he had some male partners too. They just weren't introduced to the family. So yeah.
Do you know that did he have a female name?
Yes, he went as Candace. And I always wondered, because he wore a size 14 shoe, and I was like, where was this mofo getting heels in that size in the 1990s? Where was he getting heels?
Catalogs, honey. He was getting
I'm telling you.
The Michael Salem catalog used to sell size shoes 12 to 17 plus. And don't ask how I know that. But
yeah, he has some nice ones, too.
That's amazing. Well, and it's interesting, too, because there used to be a group in Atlanta of men who dressed as women, not as drag queens, but as women. So, and they would go out to eat, at whatever was considered the gay restaurants, I think Cow Tippers and Joe's on Juniper. And so as a gay man, you would see drag queens all the time. Mm-hmm. But then on Saturday at 7 o'clock, you'd see a table of 30 men dressed as women, not makeup, just wearing the clothes and just, having a good time. And they were always dressed like they were going to high tea somewhere. So they would be in the steakhouse in their high tea get up with their big hats and whatever. But yeah, that's something that's been going on for quite a while, and that sometimes doesn't even indicate gayness. That's not, that's sort of a form of gender expression. But in the sense of fetishizing it, fetishizing it, mm-hmm. where it's a some people dress as women and there's no sexual connection to it at all, and then there are other people who dress as the opposite gender because it turns them on. So it's curious. It's I wonder.
Yeah, it could have been a little bit of both, because I do think that he definitely liked sleeping with women and he liked sleeping with men, and because I say all the time, things are still hard now, but I wish that he could have made it to today, because he drank himself to death, and that was a lot of it. Just not being able to identify as who he wanted to identify as. So
absolutely.
And so he had a rough life, but I do wish that he could see how things are now,
Right. That they get the opportunity to live. It's we talk about it in the queer community as that a lot of the people that came before us had to live diminished lives because they couldn't be fully self-expressed. I have a friend like that who was my age. He was in his mid-40s. Well, at the time when he died, he was in his mid-30s, but he lived in Florida and was lived with mother and daddy and couldn't come out. And, and that's what he did. He drank. That was his escape, was to drink, and he drank himself to death. And it's a shame too, because it's had he been born 10 years later,
right,
he could have had a totally different life, and that's crazy. But, well, that's cool. That's awesome. So growing up like that, growing up with a queer member of the family, as Payne would call it, a pink sheep in your family. My husband, that's his expression. But did that make it easier for you when you met queer people later in life to be oh yeah, there was nothing wrong with this, or did you still have as a straight person, you kind of have to come to terms with gayness in a way,
Well, I hate to say, but unfortunately it did take me a while, because I also grew up very conservative. So it wasn't really until, when my brother came out and he said, hey y'all, I'm gay and I'm dating a black man.
Nice.
And that was my dad ended up kind of just locking himself in a room for 2 days to deal with it. And then he came out and he was fine. Thankfully, and my mom was like, we've known.
Yeah.
So, but before that happened, I definitely was not as open-minded. And then it happened, and it's one of those, as shitty as it is, it's one of those things that's oh, if it happens to you, whatever. But it changed my whole life. It was one of the best things that could have ever happened to me, just to have that much of it just thrown in my face right at that moment in my life. I think it was perfect timing.
How old were you when that happened?
It was around I was around 20, so 1920.
1920.
Yeah, so I would have been
I thought you meant the year 1920.
Oh, no, sorry.
You look good.
I would have been 20, maybe 21. Yeah, somewhere between 19 and 20.
So part of what you talk about in your act is that you used to follow Hanson, mm-hmm. the band Hanson. Mm-hmm. Was that at the time when you were following Hanson, or had you already? So at 19 and 20, you were following Hanson, mm-hmm. and your brother comes out as gay. That's a pretty huge shift, I would say, probably for somebody.
Yeah, it was big news in the fam.
And you're married, aren't you? You just got married recently, last year.
Yes, I got married in December. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
That's your second, I believe?
My second husband, and hopefully my last.
Yeah, well, he better.
Yeah,
be,
he is. Yeah, he's a good dude.
That's awesome. And I don't normally bring up what people do outside of comedy, but you have a job that I'm kind of obsessed with, and I definitely need to come see, because during the quarantine, my husband was in the hospital for like 2 or 3 weeks, and I didn't have anything. I couldn't go to see him, and I binge watched something to kind of take my mind off of it. And what I binge watched was the Vampire Diaries, the originals, and Legacies. Mm-hmm. And you are a tour guide, aren't you? In
yes.
Is it in Lawrenceville?
It's in Covington.
Covington. So in Covington, a lot of that was shot there. And so you do, how many times a week do you do tours?
So we do tours 4 days a week. And then sometimes we have private tours too. So we might do those on the days that we don't do the regular tours.
Yeah. And how is that? Were you a fan of the show originally, or did you?
Yeah, so I was a fan of the show. I was a tour guide when she first started for several years, because I was living in Covington when I went to college, and I started with her. And then when I lost my job, when COVID happened, she said, "Hey, I'm busy. Do you want to come help?" And so I was like, "Sure." So I also rewatched just so I could, because I had seen so much filming, but I needed to like a refresher.
Yeah.
So I also rewatched, and I mean, honestly, I've been having a good time, because it's just, people are happy to be out, and like it's a whole outdoor experience. And then there's so many new fans like you. So these girls, this is fresh. This is a big deal to be out.
Love it.
It's wild. It gets wild.
Do people ask you questions and you're like, "I'm not the writer. Can you please not with this?"
Oh, they do all the time, and sometimes.
What's the number one question you get?
Oh, everybody wants to know who I've met and who I've touched and who whatever. So that's like the big thing. And then they'll say, well, I get a lot of snotty people who think they know more. So sometimes shit. I saw it and I think that they did blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, I was actually here when they filmed that, and this is how it happened.
So who's the biggest of all of those people that you've met? Who did you like the best? Let's just go with that.
Okay, so I'm Team Stefan. We'll go with that. On the show, but
Stefan's the one who was 35 years old when it stopped filming, right?
Yeah, he never looked 17. So,
he looked like Luke Perry. Like Luke Perry's dead. Like by the end, he looks so old. I love the guy, nice guy, but like by the end, he definitely doesn't look like. With the beginning, he looks early 20s, but by the end, he looks like he's 30 years old.
Well, that's what I tell people, because they say, "Well, why isn't there going to be a 9th season?" I'm just like, because vampires don't age, but the people who play them do, and you know, I mean, like I would hug them sometimes, and I just have makeup all over me and stuff. I mean, they were trying hard.
Oh, absolutely.
But the best one, honest to God, would be Ian Somerhalder, who plays Damon. He's just a wonderful human being. Like, he's an incredible person. Yeah.
That's awesome. All right, so we're at the point of the interview where I just, as a gay reporter, I'm going to pepper you with questions. And since you are a self-proclaimed straight, you represent all straight people with these answers, okay? So don't let your kind down. Your faction, as we would say in the Vampire Diaries.
Okay.
So, that's what I was gonna say too. So, like, gay or straight, Team Stefan, gay or straight.
I'd probably say straight.
Okay. Gay or straight, Team Damon.
That's definitely gonna be gay.
Okay, yeah, that's what. Okay. Name a straight brand of clothing.
LL Bean.
Okay, and why? So when I ask you the straight or gay, then and why? What's just whatever pops into your mind. So why is LL Bean a straight? LL Bean sounds like the name of like a really dapper lesbian to me, but I get what you would say.
I mean, I guess because everything's plaid and it costs $140.
I like it. Okay, where are we? Sorry. You're at your friend's wedding. Your straight friend's wedding. The straightest friend you have, their wedding. It's in a barn. Everybody's drinking out of mason jars. They go to dance their first song. What song is it?
Oh my gosh. Love You Forever by Randy Travis.
Can you sing a little bit of it? I don't know that.
I'm gonna love you forever, forever and ever, amen.
I like that one. Does he also sing the "On the Other Hand"? Do you know that song where he?
I know what I'm not sure.
And
also, it's called Forever and Ever Amen. Okay. That's the wrong title, but in case y'all want to look it up.
The actual correct answer was Butterfly Kisses, but that's fine.
That's how I danced to my dad at that song at my first wedding.
I think you say that in one of your jokes.
I do.
Okay. See, that's a callback. I remember. Okay. Why do straight people fuck so hard during Christmas time?
What straight people are doing that? I'm too stressed out.
Have you not watched the Hallmark Channel? The Hallmark, like, if there's one thing I know about Christmas, it's that straight people think that baby Jesus and Santa Claus are like responsible for them getting laid during Christmas time.
Oh man, you know what? I guess I don't watch enough Hallmark movies because I'm too stressed out at Christmas. We're definitely not having sex again until about February.
Okay, all right. I say that it's like February's cleanup, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, if you haven't met somebody by Christmas, you've got till fucking Valentine's Day to get somebody. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Why do straight women love pumpkin spice so much?
Oh gosh, I feel like scientists are still trying to figure this out. Like, it's honestly something that I hoard and drink all year. Like, I keep the lotions, I just love it so much. I think it's just this reminiscence of fall. Like, we feel like we own fall. We do feel like we own fall. Like, it's our season. No one else can have it. So maybe it's just, we just want it all year. I mean, I don't know. It's so good though. It really is. It's just so good.
Why do straight men draw dicks on everything?
Because they're self-conscious about their own.
Okay. Look at that. That's like a not even funny answer. Just let's be honest. Why do straight men love cheap haircuts so much?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. That's a very good question.
That's what everyone keeps telling me what good questions they are, and then they don't have answers to them.
No, I don't, because that is a good question. Because I do have a problem with anybody. Like, money is tight, but come on, $9.95 for a haircut. What's going on? What's going on?
They brag about it too. It's like, oh, Great Clips. I'm like, don't ever tell anybody that.
Don't go to Great Clips if you're wearing LL Bean.
Right.
If you can afford that $130 scarf, you can get a $20 haircut.
Right. Okay. So these, I just want a response from you, whether you consider them to be straight or gay, and then maybe like a real quick why, and that there are no wrong answers in this section, okay. Except in my mind. Okay. But anyways, so Hallmark Channel movies, straight or gay?
This year they're gay.
Okay.
This year they're gay. They got a little gay Hallmark movie coming out. They're trying. They're trying to flip the audience.
The two guys, yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, straight or gay? Hallmark keepsake ornaments.
Those are gonna be gay.
Okay. Straight or gay? Hanson.
Very straight.
Okay. Straight or gay? The Bachelor's Chris Hansen.
I don't watch that, so I'm gonna go with straight. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, he's very straight. He's always like, are these straight people falling in love yet? Okay. Straight or gay? Curtains.
It's gay.
Okay. Straight or gay? Straight or gay? Drapes.
That's straight.
Okay. Actually, they're both gay, and because straight people call that blinds. They call them blinds. Okay, straight or gay surfing?
Straight.
Straight or gay kite surfing?
Straight. I don't know.
Okay. Straight or gay wind surfing?
I'm going to give gay one of them, so we'll go with gay.
Yeah, gay. I think windsurfing and kitesurfing are the same thing, but I'm too gay to know, so I don't know. Okay, straight or gay Doritos?
Doritos are unfortunately pretty straight.
Okay, straight or gay Cool Ranch Doritos?
I'm gonna let the Cool Ranch be gay.
Okay, straight or gay paintball?
Straight.
Straight or gay laser tag?
Straight.
Straight or gay football?
Straight.
Straight or gay flag football?
Gay.
Right? Because you're snatching accessories off of people.
Oh, right off their booties. Right off the butt.
Okay, straight or gay baseball?
Oh, it's gay.
Straight or gay softball?
Oh, it's gay.
Straight or gay fast pitch softball?
I don't think I've seen that. Straight.
Okay, so this is my favorite one to end on. Straight or gay lemonade?
It's gay.
Okay, straight or gay Mike's Hard Lemonade?
Okay, that's straight.
That's straight. I feel like if you put the word Mike's and hard in front of it, it's everything else is going to be gay afterwards, right?
I just think that gay people have better taste in alcohol than Mike's Hard Lemonade.
That's true. Okay, hey, okay, so that's pretty much it. Tell people where they can find you on the internets, on the Instagrams and Twitters and whatnot.
Yeah, so my handle for everything is pirate to the nah, TOETHENAH. And I'm right now running Hissy Fit Comedy with my friend Holly. Nice. So we're on Facebook. So you can go like that, check out what shows we're doing, all that good jazz.
All right, awesome. Thank you, Amber. And according to my tabulations, you are in fact straight. So congratulations on that.
Thank you so much.
You're able to maintain your heterosexuality throughout the show. Yeah. Like and comment about this episode. If you enjoy it, do a review for us on Apple. It always helps. And everything else, stay safe and stay cool, people. I love you. Take care. Yay!
Bye. Thank you.